Okay, so this is the summary of Nigeria's unemployment and underemployment report for the fourth quarter of 2016. According to the Bureau of Statistics, the economically active population, or the working age population, that is persons between ages 15 and 64, that's where my age bracket, increased to 108.59 million Nigerians. That represents 0.5% increase over the previous quarter and a 3.4% increase year on year. And then in fourth quarter, that's December ending 2016, the labor force, that is those within the working age population, able and actively looking for work, increased to 81.15 million Nigerians. That is an increase of 0.6% in the labor force during the quarter. In very simple terms, we have an unemployment of 14.2% in the fourth quarter of 2016. Michael Adeleye is a management consultant and is here in the studios with us to look at this monster and see how we can throw some ropes around this monster and try to tame it. Good morning. It's good to have you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
This is one very serious problem. If you look at the unemployment figure from 2014, we've been a little bit of a zigzag, but again, from first quarter of from around 2014, this figure has suddenly gone massively from around 6.4% to almost 15%.
15%. Absolutely correct. There are a lot of factors that actually brought up these figures. If you look back, we have unemployment and we have underemployment. Now, underemployment are the people who actually have to forgo what their skills they studied in the university, what their skills are, to go do something else.
As a banker, you become an Okada rider.
Absolutely. So that actually increases up to about 7%. Okay? But unemployment per se has actually risen from the last quarter in 2016 to 14.2%. That is staggering. That is the highest unemployment we've had since 2009. Now, if you look at all these factors, what actually contributed or actually caused this shift in the market or in the labor force, I can begin to tell you 1 to 100, all this in indices.
A number of reasons.
Reasons, yes. Okay?
Well, what's the chief among them?
I will start from, we have a huge number of able people in the economy to work, but they lack the skill that employers are looking for. Now, I was fortunate to listen to the Minister of Labour and Employment and Productivity. And I began to ask myself the question, what he's talking about doesn't correlate what the ordinary Nigerians who are actively looking for work really want to hear.
What did he say? What did Mr. Ngige say, the Honourable Minister?
It said they're tackling unemployment, that unemployment is on a decrease, and I can't find out where this... He should have studied the NBS figure to actually see what the figure is actually telling all Nigerians. I mean, from 10.9% to 14.2%, that is staggering. Now, his ministry and the education ministry needs to be working together. We have a large number of Nigerians going to study in university, studying irrelevant courses. Okay? Now, if he's actually talking to his counterpart in the Ministry of Education, he would tell him, or that person would tell him, this is where we're lacking.
So you think education is one of the underbelly of this unemployment monster?
That is one of it.
So it has to go to with it. Is it the type of school, the quality of teachers, the curriculum, the school environment, everything in the basket?
Together. Yeah, it is. Then if we also look into the labor force as well. I mentioned some time ago when I came in here about apprenticeship scheme.
Yes, okay. That was in the news a few days ago from the US, from the Trump's administration, of how to put in more money into the apprenticeships. And I said that was a great news. It was all over on Twitter.
It's something that we have to look into, especially this government. Apprenticeship scheme should be institutionalized. And I'll tell you how that works out. Now, before going into that sector, let's talk about the NYSC. For me, personally, I think it should be scrapped. The purpose why the NYSC has been established, it's been defeated.
Or it's been fulfilled rather than defeated?
It's been defeated.
Fulfilled? It's been fulfilled?
No, okay.
Well, but it's not a matter of semantics. It's been fulfilled, yes, so if we're done with it, we should scrap it?
We scrap it.
Yeah, because it serves its purpose.
Yeah, because first and foremost, we have the military being the head of the NYSC. NYSC is not a paramilitary organization. It should be designed, or it's been designed to actually fulfill the objective of fixing the economy when it talks about graduates going into employment. Okay? Now, why do we have military as the head of NYSC when we should have businessmen and businesswomen who actually understand the economy to head the NYSC in the first place? Now, when they sit at the top of that, at the helm of the NYSC, they can tell, they know exactly what the economy is all about, what sort of what's called skill has been like in the economy, who and who. You see NYSC sometimes, graduates who studied something like economics, they send them to go and do something like agriculture or to go and teach. How can you get a graduate who is half-baked? It's not really fully baked to become a teacher, to go and teach. So what are you impacting into the brains of those young ones in there? And once you destroy the primary education in this country, then the rest is forgotten.
So you think we're damaging the whole basket with one bad apple?
Most of these graduates, I'm in the industry. We interview every day, we speak to them every day, we do a lot of mentoring every day, and when they communicate with you, you're going to be asking yourself, how does this person walk through the four walls of university?
I agree with you. I agree with you. I don't want to relate some experiences, but I was many years ago, sitting on an interview panel for a student, a graduate of economics, who couldn't tell what a stock exchange really was. And he says, well, a stock is where a stock is where a stock exchange is. He said, no, I don't really know. And that was close to 12 years ago. Yeah. And I almost fell off my feet because this is a graduate of economics who couldn't tell what a stock exchange is. But again, if you go look at the NYSC, do you think that perhaps the Presidential Council on Business should be brought in to the NYSC, because we have thousands of pool of young people who are vibrant, who know a lot more about Internet of Things than they know about anything else, that we can actually harness them into various schools of study rather than just sending them to remote areas just to fulfill and give them about, is it 8,000 how much we're paying them?
I think it's been increased now. I don't know how much.
Some folks believe that the NYSC monthly stipend is really too low to motivate anyone to be committed.